I want to start out this video by saying thank you so much for making the 2024 trends video such a huge success. So many of you commented, left enthusiastic reflections about your own spaces, and so I have a big announcement. I'd love to have you send in the progress on your places. I'll be highlighting a few subscribers' homes to give a review of and some design tips. So definitely go ahead and send in your pictures of your places, and you're gonna send those to rachaelinteriors on Instagram. I have the handle below. For today's video, we are gonna be getting into the best and worst trends of 2023. This is so fun and juicy. Let's just get right in. For starters, we saw lime wash take over in 2023. It was everywhere. And here is my hot take. This is in my worst category. I'm sorry for what I've done. But yes, this is such a tricky texture that does not age well. It reminds me of back in the 90s when every single beloved mom we know was taking the sponge to the bathroom, taking the sponge to the kitchen, giving it that little look. That is exactly what lime wash looks like to me. What I would do instead, if you're looking for textures on your wall, is play with the finish of the paint in like a matte or a high gloss. That's gonna give you an elevation that is timeless. Another thing you could do is paint your trim, your ceiling, and your walls all different colors, and that's gonna give you some depth and dimension. So I'd try that instead of the lime wash. Total personal opinion. If you love it, great. I just want to say that this best and worst list is all in good fun. If you were to have me over to dinner and we got to chitty-chatting about all of the things you put in your home that were on this list, I would be the most supportive friend, honestly. I don't care if you have these things in your home. I think a lot of them are fabulous in their own way, and each design style is a complete expression of self. So please do not take it purposely, but if you disagree with me, leave a comment. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments below. My name is Rachel Petrie, and I'm an interior designer based in Nashville, creating timeless designs for my clients. The next thing is seeing the rise of peaches, corals, and mauves. Mauves, am I saying that right? Mauves, I think it's pronounced mauves. If you know what that's pronounced as, let me know. But when we saw the rise of these colors, it actually made way for color coming back into our lives in such full bloom. We saw kitchens that were painted red. We saw laundry rooms that were painted purple. I just love seeing color coming to life in our homes again. And I actually want to thank English design for making this possible. So as you know, I'm a huge fan of English design, which we saw to continually rise through 2023. And I think it's here to stay. We know it is such a classic design style. English design is such a win. That brings me to the next trend we saw in 2023, which is fast furniture. So ever since the pandemic started, we have had such a voracious hunger for furniture arriving sooner. And we were on complete delays through the pandemic, but the need was high because we were all in our spaces and wanting decor. And so what did we do? Buy. And what did companies do? They builded. They did. They built us fast furniture. And so whether it's brands like Zara, whether it's brands like IKEA, they have completely expanded their furniture lines. I'll throw in Urban Outfitters even. What I think about fast furniture is if you are intending to keep the piece for a long time, that is your choice to make. However, if it's something where you really have this disconnect with the quality when it arrives, use that return policy. Send it back. If they're not great quality, go ahead and return them. That's my 2 cents on how I would approach fast furniture, which I think is a huge worst for 2023. This is a controversial one. I don't think it works when modern fabrics are upholstered to chairs and couches. This is so highly personal, but I saw a ton of this in 2023, where we are upholstering these like really contemporary fabrics on chairs and couches. And for whatever reason, just for my own aesthetic eye, I think it looks a little wonky, and I know that people are going to be over it within like a few years. I would say on the worst list is upholstering our pieces with really contemporary patterns. All right, I'm gonna give us a positive one, which is I just love all the statement marbles we've embraced, between 2020 and 2023. The more cool and wacky and fun and out there we can get with our marbles, I think the better. I just saw this bathroom with like an unglossed marble that just looks super natural, and whenever you don't do a gloss finish like that, it actually helps with slippage. So I know it has a functional purpose too. Just think that's so beautiful, with the one caveat that if you go for that kind of stone marble, it is going to age. Like there's just no way to prevent that. I can't believe I'm saying this, but in 2023, we saw a complete takeover of earth tones. And earth tones were everywhere, whether it was clay, whether it was terracotta, whether it was moss, whether it was sage. Yeah, we did lots of earth tones. And in theory, I love the idea of earth tones. In practicality, I think it can get a little depressing, like having all of these dark grays and dark tones around. Even though that can feel grounding to the earth, like the first time you see it, I think we saw so much of it by the end of 2023. I was like, okay, enough with the earth tones. Like I'm ready for 2024. And to end with a fun one, iron accents. We've seen so many iron accents on the rise through 2023, and I hope this continues through 2024. This is totally personal to me. My great-grandfather was actually an iron worker, and so anytime I see a wrought iron piece in particular, I think of him, and I want to see more wrought iron. So bring on the antiques. Let's wrap it up here. Don't forget to send in your pictures of your projects at home. We'll do a little fun design review, some tips, some tricks, talk about how your space is incorporating 2024 trends. And I am just so excited to have you all here. Thanks again for making this channel a hit. And yeah, let's keep building this small community. Have a great afternoon, everyone. And you can find me at rachaelinteriors.com or on Instagram at rachaelinteriors. I'm an interior designer based in Nashville, and I have a lot of fun doing these videos with you all.